everyone, my name is Nishit, and welcome to my kitchen. I love cooking, and so I'm going to cook today my stuffed peppers. Well, technically, it's my mom's recipe that she taught me, but it's my own take on it. And so what I do is Indian-style stuffed peppers. They're spicy, as if peppers weren't spicy enough, and then I stuff them with Indian goodness. So with these peppers, what I do is you use poblano peppers. My mom uses jalapeno peppers, but I like the poblano because they're a little bit less spicy and they're bigger, so they hold a little more stuffing. So I'm just slicing from the side, and then I'm going to take all the inside seeds out. If you leave more seeds in, the spicier they stay, or take them all out. What you don't want to do is touch your face, anywhere near your face, after you've been doing this with peppers. I've made that mistake before, and I literally had to put my entire face in a cup of milk because it is so hot. The reason why I like cooking Indian is that it's like a mystery, because it depends on how you feel that day. Like sometimes you put a little bit of this, sometimes you put a lot of that. Like it depends on what you want to do. So basically I've got the flour in here, and that's going to be the base for the stuffing in these peppers. So I'm going to throw a little bit of salt, but not too much, and then some pepper. And then I'm going to add in some, I guess, grated ginger. And just throw that in like ginger paste. And then here is some jalapeno that's been processed in the food processor, because those aren't quite spicy enough, so I add a little bit of spice, but full stuffed jalapenos are a little too spicy. So I'm going to throw in a little bit of that. And depends on your, well, it kind of depends on how spicy the jalapeno is and how spicy you like it. So we've got that in there. And now this is my wonderful spice tin that I start with my spices. The first spice I'm going to put in there is some turmeric powder. And that's mostly for color, and it's really healthy. It's supposed to have like antioxidants and stuff, I don't know. But throw a little bit of that. And then I'm going to throw in ground cumin. Ground cumin's got that really warm flavor, and that's why I like cooking this in the fall time or winter time, because it just warms from inside, as if the peppers weren't spicy enough. This kind of brings like a nutty warminess, if that's a word. And then the last spice I'm going to put is garam masala, which is actually a blend of spices that every family in India has their own blend. And I don't even know what's in this blend. My mom gave it to me, and it's delicious. But you can buy it at the grocery store. It's a blend of a couple spices. So we've got the base, the dry ingredients, and now I'm going to add the wet ingredients into there. So the first wet ingredient I'm going to add is actually not that wet, it's just more juicy than anything else, is a tomato. It's a really rustic recipe, and a lot of Indian food actually is rustic, so you can pretty much kind of go with the flow. So I'm going to throw the tomatoes into there with the flour and all the other spices. So I'm going to throw in some wild brown rice into this. This is my twist. This is not classic Indian. Indians don't really cook with wild brown rice. So we're going to throw some of that in there. And then we pretty much just go to town with your hands. This is basically what you're looking for. It doesn't look so appetizing right now, but you can see that you still have this cilantro that gives it a little freshness, and the tomatoes are going to give it a little bite, and then the rice gives it kind of a different flavor, something that you wouldn't expect in a stuffed poblano Indian style. Definitely not something my mom would expect. Let's stuff these peppers. These are completely vegetarian. To add flavor into the rice, I actually cook the rice in vegetable broth. These are vegan. If you're going that far, there's no dairy product, there's no byproduct, there's no butter. There's olive oils, which I use, which was the only fat that I used. Other than that, it's just moisture, water, spices, and completely vegetarian. So we've stuffed all our peppers. We used all the stuffing in the peppers, and as soon as this starts heating up and the spices start getting with the aroma of the peppers and tomatoes, it'll smell the entire house. So make sure your closet doors are closed. Otherwise your clothes will smell like Indian curry, peppery, stuffed deliciousness for weeks. Ready? So now that we have the color and the char on the pepper that we're looking for, we're going to go ahead and move them to the oven to finish off. I set it at about 375, preheated, and we're just going to pop it in there. And it'll finish right in there. It'll probably take another 15-20 minutes. And we'll have delicious, hot, spicy peppers.